want to give a special thanks to Zuru for sending these products to us as a gift for free. What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabsome besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my Miniverse. Today we are in the kitchen creating some minis, as in Mini Brands Create MasterChef, where we can create mini MasterChef dishes. I've seen these in store with a suggested retail price of $9.99. This one says one set may contain cream glue. Warning, use under adult supervision, avoid skin contact, wash hands thoroughly after use. Like most mini brands, it comes in a round capsule. Let's pull the tab on the side, remove the wrapper. This capsule is made with certified recycled plastic. Remove the next wrapper, and inside we have some paper bags. We have a chef's hat, or a toque or a toque. It is a light. There's an on and off switch on the bottom. In this capsule, I have 4 paper bags. Let's open them up to see our mini. Looks like we have a stand. Some assembly is required. We have a fork and a knife. Totally can use this in our 1/6 scale dollhouse. And we have a small plastic container of roasted potatoes. I like the label. It's all realistic looking, and this can open. We also have a bottle of finishing glaze and tomato reduction. These have a smell, and there's a picture on the back illustrating do not consume. In this bag, we find a silver container of pork loin with printed details, a white plate, and some pretty nice tongs. We could totally use this in the dollhouse too. In the last bag, we have an orange square placemat, a little fine print. Keep away from eyes and face. Use in a well-ventilated area. Do not touch UV glue and cream before the glue is completely dry. The battery on the light is not replaceable. The light has a 2-hour lifespan, and the strawberry cake doesn't come with a battery. So yeah, make sure to read that. We also get a collector's guide showing all 11 minis in this series. They have a vegan chocolate mousse. And there are instructions on the back for the meal we're about to prepare. That's totally not edible. So we have the stuffed pork loin with roasted potatoes, and I'm going to use a glue substitute because I'm working in my office. Looking at the instructions, we need a tomato reduction. So I'm taking a little gloss Mod Podge, and let's add some red paint. Mix it up, and yes, we're mixing this in a tiny skillet. Let's put the plate on the placemat, use the tongs to pick up the pork and place it onto the plate. Add the second one, open the potatoes, pick those up as well, and place them on the little plate. Let's add a few more. You know what? We might want to put a little bit of our glue mixture down first. Let's add a little bit to the plate. Then add the pork and potatoes, making sure some part of the food items are touching the glue. Let's add a little more of our glue mixture, allowing some to drip over the sides. Let's add a little garnish right into the glue, then allow it to dry. While waiting, let's start our next dish. Totally hoping for ones that don't require a ton of glue. Only because, since we're not using the provided glue, drying time can take a while. We got another chef hat. I guess we're gonna end up with quite a few of these. In our first bag, we have a cake stand and a nice little dish. I would like to collect these just for the dishes. Here is mango and pineapple. The mango kind of reminds me of cut pieces of craft foam. We have a small container of cake, the tongs, and a bottle of Greek yogurt, which is the glue, and a jar of chocolate sprinkles. Looks like enough for probably a single serving. Our little placemat, and our recipe. Looks like we have a tropical fruit parfait, which is one that would take a lot of glue. I'm gonna make mine temporary and use lotion. We've done this in other videos. It gives us the look of yogurt or cream glue, and it's very forgiving. If we make a little mistake, we can just wipe it off and stay moisturized. But this is totally not how this product was intended to be used, so always proceed with caution. You have been warned. Let's add a little cake to the bottom. We're gonna push it down into the lotion, but I'm also pushing it to the sides so we can see it inside the container. We can place all 4 pieces of cake in the bottom, or we can save some for other projects. I like the idea of having leftovers to keep in the packaging, so I only use 3. Oh wait, since we're using lotion for our yogurt, it's not permanent. We can put them all in if we want and take them out when we want. Let's add a little pineapple and mango, add a little more lotion, then more fruit on top, our little chunks of mango and pineapple. Finish it off with a few little green leaves. There we go. And it's ready to be served. Almost forgot the chocolate sprinkles. But if you're not a chocolate sprinkle person, we can just remove them and place them back in the jar. I would have loved if this one came with a spoon, because then we could pretend to scoop out the parfait. Let's make another one. I would love to see the fruit tarts. So let's see which one this is. We got another chef's hat and 4 bags. Our first bag has a knife, a plate, and a small container of mixed vegetables. Ooh, we have carrots. In the next bag, we find finishing glaze and glazed lamb. Oh wow, it has like bones and everything. I've seen some cooking shows where they can make mushrooms look just like this. In the next bag, we have a cake stand, little tongs, and a fork. I like the silverware. And the last one is the little orange card, which I assume is a placemat because that's what I've been calling it. Let's put the plate underneath it. And we have our collector's guide with the recipe letting us know we're making glazed lamb, where we need to put the glaze on the plate first. To make our glaze, we're using washable markers. I want to use this one, but sometimes the color is a little off. This one gives me a lighter brown, almost like honey or an amber syrup. So I'm mainly using the lighter brown. And I'm just coloring our little plastic skillet to get the ink on it. Can you see that? Then we're just going to add a little bit of the darker brown. Add the Mod Podge and mix it up. Hopefully we got a nice amount of ink on there. If not, we'll have to figure out how to add more. Yeah, this looks kind of light. I'm adding more Mod Podge with the darker brown. And we're gonna mix that in. After going back and forth several times, I think we got a nice rich brown. Let's drizzle a little glaze onto the plate. Add the vegetables in the center. I'm trying to place them with purpose and be neat. Add a few carrots and the lamb right in the glue. We can add some of our glue mixture right onto the back, then place it onto the plate to make sure it stays in place. Add a little more glaze on top, followed by a little garnish, and allow it to dry. I think we have time to open one more. I'm still hoping to find those fruit tarts so we can have 2 desserts and 2 entrees. Here is the light, and in this bag we have more mixed vegetables. Okay, so we're not getting the fruit tarts. We have a plate and a knife. This is kind of familiar. In the next bag, we have a little nozzle and no, we have the glazed lamb again. It's a double, along with the finishing glaze, the matte and collector's guide, confirming that it's more lamb. And in the last bag, we have the stand, tongs, and a fork. But you know what? Doubles here might not be too bad. I still have some leftover glue mixture, so we can use this to go ahead and put our stuff together. And we already know how to do this, so we can plate like a pro. And we can switch up how we do the dish. This time, I only added one to the plate. Then I made a separate one with some glaze, and we're gonna allow it to dry separately. And let's add some of that leftover glaze to the pork, because the recipe for that one called for a little glaze too. Once the glue has dried, it's ready for the dollhouse table. Personally, I think these are a good size for our 1/6 scale world. And honestly, I don't mind the doubles because we can make it seem like the dolls are having the same meal. And we can have fun changing the plating to make it look like the dolls have been eating the meal. And I love using lotion for the parfait, where we can grab a spoon from the dollhouse and take a scoop. Thank you for joining us while we took a look at Mini Brands Create MasterChef. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff, the Frog Vlog, and Bella of MyFroggyStuff. And we will see you next time.